Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to get Retropie to run. You guys honestly thought I'd post some lame crap like that? Come on now. Gotcha. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Kyo Daikin, and there you guys have it. Supreme Triune with Emulation Station, CoinOps Next, and Pegasus as your front end leaders here on this Pi 4. Again, I am using a Pi 4 4 GB unit. I'm also using a Samsung Evo memory card. I only use the best for my equipment, and I wanted to give you guys a first look at what you guys will be getting in a few more weeks, maybe a month or so, just depends on how things are going. But this was a big announcement that I had for you guys. I really hope you guys follow my channel, subscribe, make sure you guys hit that notification button, and then also make sure you guys are following some of the groups that I'm affiliated with. You guys can check in the links below. So there's a bunch of first time announcements that we are going to make, and this is the best of the best Retropie image that has ever been made. I can promise you that. Well, maybe second, of course, to the Supreme Pro and a few other features, but you guys get the point. So what you guys are currently looking at is also my custom theme made by a newcomer on the block. He goes by the name of Gucci. He is another guy interested in the Retropie community, master theme artist. He did a fantastic job here on the Venom theme. So my build is still coming out. If you guys are wondering, is the Venom image going to come out on the Supreme Triune, or is it going to come out on the Supreme Pro? And I'm still undecided about that right now, but more than likely it'll come out on the Supreme Pro. So what exactly is Supreme Triune? Supreme Triune is the Pi image on the Pi 4 based on Retropie 4.6 that is giving you three total front ends. And if you guys didn't know, people have been complaining, people have been saying it's impossible, but yes, the Supreme team got a track mode to work without having to log into desktop. So this is the first time you guys are going to see, one of the first times you're going to see rather, a track mode work on the Pi 4. So let's get into it. I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. So I added a few of the themes here just so you guys can look. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll here and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I must add that Gucci did a fantastic job on this theme, adding in custom sounds for me. That's the Xbox 360 menu sound, rather. I was actually gonna go with a hissing sound or something else that said like "We are Venom," but I thought that might have got annoying to people after just scrolling through one game after another. But it kept saying "We are Venom, we are Venom," so you guys probably would have got sick and tired of that. So I went with something that's a little bit more comfortable for the ear. So here we go. Just gonna scroll through a little bit. Now, if you guys have been following my channel, you guys already know that Redream is included in this image or in this base build. But let's go ahead and take a look at what sets apart Supreme Triune from the rest of the front end images. Well, you have all of your files and stuff that you would have in your options. We're going to go down here to options, and you get all the same options and features as you guys would normally get with any type of Supreme base. And then of course other people have incorporated the Supreme team scripts into their builds as well, as far as the Wi-Fi, not the Wi-Fi, I'm sorry, but the show IP, the video scripts is all included. So but the one thing that's definitely new to Supreme Triune build is the front end selector. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I know you guys are all familiar with Emulation Station. And then once you get to this menu, you get the option here to select what front end you want to use. So let's go ahead and select track mode. And the system is going to reboot right back into a track mode. Or what you guys would rather have is coin ops. And then of course, again, this is your splash screen. Right now there's no videos loaded. I just have a PNG file loaded for a file for my splash screen. Really quick boot time. We're going to load right in. And here we have it. The first time you guys are seeing a track mode run on the Pi 4 without having to log into desktop. Now, I am aware that you can use the display port, the second display port on the Pi 4 for your pixel case. I know a lot of you guys are interested in using a lighted marquee or something of that nature. So you can use the second port on the Pi 4 in a track mode with coin ops for your lighted marquee, so that will work as well. Now I'm not sure, there's still things being tested. I'm not sure if it's going to be released in the version that you guys get, but I have seen it work, and it is available where the second port on the Pi 4 is capable of displaying another image while you guys are gaming in a track mode. So I'm just going to walk you guys through this just a little bit so you guys get familiar with it. One of the things I like to keep you guys informed about is the full capability of the Pi 4 to let you guys know what it's capable of doing. And we have Super Nintendo, and so forth. And of course, I do have games on here. Oops, so we'll turn on the system. We got some games on here. I'm going to play a couple of games or so just so you guys see that it is working. I know one of my people, or my friends on my Facebook list, wanted to actually see some gameplay. So we're just going to kind of scroll through this just a little bit. In fact, let's go to the settings. I want to show you guys a few things first. And of course, we also have the front end selector as well. We have configure Wi-Fi, show IP. So all the things you guys are already familiar with in Emulation Station, and or track mode is also here as well. Now track mode is kind of difficult to kind of navigate around a little bit on the Pi, but you guys get used to it after a while. Let's see. So let's go ahead and load a Super Nintendo game. And we're going to go ahead and play Brawl Brothers. It's actually one of the my favorite beat 'em up games on the Nintendo 64. I'm sorry, not Nintendo 64, but the Super Nintendo here. So let's go ahead and get this game started and jump on into it. Now, one of the things I love about this build is everything is running pretty smoothly. There's no hiccups or any issues at all. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and exit out since we played the game just for a little bit. We'll walk around through the menus a little bit more. Got your Neo Geo, you got your Nintendo Famicom. Super Nintendo, of course. We have Nintendo Entertainment System, TurboGrafx 16, and of course these are the things I've only loaded on here. So as far as Sega Saturn and some of the other systems, of course, you know, PlayStation Mini, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, of course those can be accessible, but again, we're only looking at what I currently have loaded on the unit. And of course you have your favorites that you can select. And these are just some of the menus I haven't fully changed over yet, as far as TurboGrafx 16 and whatnot. So you can customize all this. That one's not loaded, but these can all be customized by you once you guys get this build installed. I'll probably do a few tutorials on how to change your themes on a track mode and have it look exactly like what I'm running right now, and then of course add some other things to it as well. All right, so let's go ahead and exit out of here. And we're going to go to our last and final front end. So I know it's a little different because we've never really had 3 front ends before. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. And we're going to go ahead and scroll all the way up. And we're going to go to front end selector. And of course, I'm going to hit the A button. And then for this option, I forgot to mention, when you guys make sure that you do have your front end selector, well, your controller does work, but it's always good to make sure you have your keyboard plugged in so you can navigate these menus. Now I am using my joystick and I'm also using my keyboard. And the last front end we're going to check out right now is going to be the Pegasus front end. Now the biggest difference with the Pegasus front end is it's a full capable UI, so you can navigate, use your mouse, use your keyboard, use your controller to fully navigate around the menu in order to access your games. So you get full control over the UI. It's an open source program. You can customize your menu screens. You can customize Kodi. So you can make this look more like Kodi or Steam if you want to for your retro video game menu. And typically I would cut away from a scene like this to save you guys some time, but because this is the first time experience for a lot of you, or for most of you of course, I want you guys to see the full effect of what you guys are going to be getting on this build. So here we are in the menu screen. We have your audio, we have Bluetooth, configurations. You can go to your ES themes, RetroArch. Of course, we have our front end selector. Obviously, this is our last front end, so we won't have to select any of that. And then, of course, you guys have all of your menu screens and everything, everything that you guys are familiar with. And then, of course, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our games. This is one of the themes that you have here. I don't know the name of this theme off the top of my head, but here is the Pegasus front end complete with box art, and you guys also have your snaps as well. So it's a nice complement to an image like this or a build where you have a track mode emulation station. It gives the user such as yourself some additional options on how you guys can customize your gaming experience. You can add animations, effects, 3D scenes, and do some other things as well. So usually a track mode or emulation station is good for pictures and adding box art and everything on the front end. A track mode is more or less good for videos, where this one is good for 3D screens, and it gives you a little bit more options as far as customization and whatever you guys really want to do with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at some other systems. We have Atari 7800. And then of course, if I just stay here, your video snaps will of course go ahead and start playing. I'll just kind of scroll through all of these, but just keep in mind that the video snaps will play if I leave the cursor on it. So here are all the games that I've currently loaded on my Raspberry Pi 4. And let's take a look at one more system. We have Super Nintendo. And then of course you can see there's your box art cover for all of your games. Definitely great look. And let's go back to, let's take a look at the Retropie menu again. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let's go back. And there's one more thing I want to show you guys. So let's go to start. We're going to go to the settings and we're going to change the theme on here, because the theme right now we're in Game OS. So this is what some of the menu screens look like on the Pegasus. For those of you guys who've never seen it before, they've actually been around quite some time and they have a well thought out team. They really do some great work over there at Team Pegasus. You can even change your language in here. So right now we are on the Game OS. Let's switch it over to the Pegasus grid and see what type of look it gives us. All right, so here we are in a different theme. Now to move to the left and the right, I'm actually using my left and right bumper on the top of my controller to navigate the menus. This is just well put out for the end users out there, so it just gives you a lot of choice as a retro gamer. Now overall, I'm impressed with this build. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to play around with it a little bit more and to finally decide if I'm going to leave Venom on Supreme Pro or bring it over to Supreme Triune. Or I'm sorry, Supreme Triune. Now please keep in mind that the Supreme team is still working on this. Everything is still not finished and still being tweaked, you know, here and there, but I expect some great things from this when it finally releases. Now for those of you guys who don't know, remember this is running on Retropie 4.6, which the Retropie official team put out some time ago. But for all the other unofficial builds that are currently out there, please do not let that discourage you from trying out some of the other builds that people have put out. They run really well. In fact, you have other emulators on there as well, like Supreme Pro, Duo, all have the Dolphin emulator, Redream, and other optimized emulators. It also has MAME, 3DO, and things like that. Some other things that helps you guys with your gaming experience. But I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial, quick review, and first look at Supreme Triune. I anticipate this probably coming out in a month and a half or so. Again, this is something that they've really been playing around with, and it's just really fun. And I was excited to announce this and bring it to you guys today. So with being one of the guys who helped bring Retropie over to the Pi 4, I'm really excited to see the advancements and everything that we've taken in this community to make things happen. Again, guys, this is Keeldike, and please consider subscribing to the channel. You guys will get the latest and greatest and breaking news first here on this channel. I can promise you that, hands down. Remember, the Dolphin emulator and Redream was all debuted here. So hope you guys stay tuned for further review, and remember, this will work on your arcade one-up cabinet and also at games. Again, guys, message me, subscribe to one of my groups, and subscribe to the channel. Catch you guys next time, and I hope you guys have a great day.
purple.